Good afternoon, everybody. It's your boy D Mac. Let's talk. So I want to thank everybody for coming on and joining me today. That's going to come on here and join me in this conversation. I thank everybody that's going to come on later and check me out and give me that like and going to give me that share and subscribe also so you can get that notification next time I come on. I come on at varying times. I'm going to make a set time, but right now I'm just filling my page with content so I can give good quality content to you guys. Then I'm gonna make a set schedule. I'm working all this out and I'm building. So work with me. So let's get into it. You seen the title, man? Kevin Durant smoking weed. You had I guess it was a journalist or whatever who supposedly busted him or put him out there, exposed him. But so what? So what? We're in an age right now where marijuana is being legalized from state to state to state to state, and it's going to be considered in the same category as alcohol, even though it's been proven to be far less deadly and dangerous than alcohol or any other thing that we use, like cigarettes and things of that nature. So I'm going to say this: when it comes down to smoking marijuana, if you don't smoke, then that's your choice. You have every right not to smoke, just like people who don't drink have every right not to drink. But don't sit there and try to criticize somebody or look down on somebody or make them seem less because they do. Because they can do it and probably function way better than you can sober. So let's get into this a little bit. I see that people are very, very hypocritical when it comes to marijuana. These are the same people who will sit up there and say, "Oh, you're bad for smoking marijuana and that stuff will kill you and all of that." And they'll turn around and drink alcohol to sit in there pickling their liver. That's destroying their kidneys and all of these things like this. But they have the nerve to sit there and criticize somebody who smokes marijuana. And I've never seen anybody in the hospital for a marijuana overdose ever in my life. But I've seen so many wrecks because of alcoholism. I've seen so many fights because of alcoholism. Case in point, Richard Sherman just got locked up for alcohol. He was drunk and he was over at his in-laws house trying to get in. I don't know if you want to fight somebody in there, but he pulled up and well, he had a car accident as well because he was drunk. Okay. We have so many cases of athletes drinking, driving, killing people while drinking and driving and getting off on it. Remember those? Okay. So let's not sit here and try to demonize marijuana and not demonize everything else because that same glass of wine that you drink is the same as smoking a J. Okay. For smokers. Same difference. And it's a whole lot healthier than what you're doing with the alcohol because some people don't know how to put it down. And too much alcohol, too much of anything is bad for you. Too much alcohol, you know what that leads to: alcohol poisoning. The hospitals are filled with people every day that has it. I know some people who are such bad alcoholics that they take a medication that will make them literally sick if they even have an alcohol wipe that come in contact with their skin. That's just how serious their alcoholism has become. The marijuana weed heads, yeah, weed heads are addicted, but they don't go through all of that. They don't. They don't, and it's proven. And there's been so many people who have tried their best to come up with information about marijuana to demonize it. And the more they research it, the more they see that the benefits outweigh the consequences of it. So let's get off of our high horse, no pun intended, and let's get down to reality and talk about why marijuana has really been demonized. We know that marijuana was weaponized and demonized to try to stop Mexicans from coming into the United States. This was an immigration tactic. They used it as a weapon to say that no, we can't have these Mexicans to come in our country because they smoke marijuana and they do all of this demon stuff because of the marijuana that they're on. That's how it ended up on the banned substance list. when it's not even a substance, it's a plant. But then you have guys like Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods here lately, I'm hoping he's doing better. Get well, Tiger. But this guy had a bad car accident. Why? Because he has a problem with pills and alcohol. This isn't his first time wrecking a vehicle. This isn't his first time being in a vehicle inebriated like that. And it's always pills and alcohol, a combination of both, a very deadly combination, might I add. But if he just smoked him a little J or something, then Tiger would probably have been all right. Probably wouldn't have been in a lot of the situations that he was in. Okay. Now we're gonna talk about some people who have smoked weed and you haven't heard nothing about them. You have Michael Phelps. Michael Phelps got caught smoking weed. They wanted to try to take his medals. For what? Like the weed helped him to speed up swimming. If anything, weed is going to slow you down and it's going to make you more calm and more relaxed. So Shikari Richardson, she smoked some weed, went out there and blazed everybody on the track. I thought weed is supposed to slow you down and make you slower and calmer. And how is that giving her an advantage over anybody? So why would that be on? Why would that exclude her from being in the Olympics? I don't know. Ricky Williams, one of the all-time best running backs to come out of school, to come out of the league, and he quit. He quit NFL football to go and smoke marijuana in Jamaica. That's what he wanted to do. But you never, ever heard anything about Ricky Williams doing this. Ricky Williams being in trouble. Ricky Williams uh, uh, having financial issues. You haven't heard any of those things because that dude just chilling and smoking and staying out of the way, minding his business. We don't make you want to get up and go out and do stupid stuff. We make you want to sit at home and think about stupid stuff and laugh. Okay, so we're gonna talk about my last dude, Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant want to smoke weed? Let that man smoke weed. It's his off season. He been dealing with y'all people and y'all racism. He been dealing with all of the criticism and everything. He been dealing with injuries. That man been dealing with everything. And y'all want to try to give him a hard time on this because he want to smoke some weed and chill out and relax on his off season? Are y'all sick in the head? Are y'all really sick in the head? Man, I'm glad I don't have that level of fame or whatever, because I'm the type of person, I don't care what nobody thinking. I really don't care. I would never be on no apology tour for anything that I do, because first of all, if your kids are looking up to these athletes and these musicians more than they're looking up to you, then you doing something wrong as a parent. That's first off. So let's not use that whole excuse of, well, he needs to be a better role model and example to the children. That's not the children's role model. The children's role model is their father, their mother, their grandparents, their uncles, aunts, things like that. That's their first role model. And then anybody else after that would be a hero or something like that. But even then, they have an understanding that heroes are human and they make mistakes and they go through things too, if you taught your children well. So the only people who have a problem with Kevin Durant smoking marijuana is the people who continue to perpetuate this narrative about marijuana. Okay, and you're a hypocrite because you're probably gonna leave after that and go and get you a nice bottle of wine or a nice bottle of liquor, whatever your choice is, and then go home and continue to pickle your liver while talking about how bad it is to smoke marijuana. People like that, I don't even give the time of day. Your word is invalid. Nothing you have to say holds any merit whatsoever to me, because everything that you're speaking on is covered in ignorance. So I'll just leave that alone. Stephen Jackson, them, whenever they came out with their podcast, they let everybody know then. Man, most of the people in the NFL, NBA, NBL, all of those different leagues, they smoke. Whether it's on off season or during the season, they have ways of getting around that stuff. So let's not sit here and act so naive to this, like these people don't do these things. They're human. They have desires just like everybody else has fleshly desires. And they're going to go and feel those desires because they have the resources available to them to do it even more than anybody else. So why wouldn't they? And why do we sit here and try to demonize somebody and hold them to a standard that we don't even hold ourselves or our own family members to? It's hypocritical and it's sickening to me. Y'all need to stay out of these people' personal business. And if it's not affecting their performance in whatever their sport is, then you need to leave them alone and back up out of their personal life. Y'all way too much in these people' personal life, man. Kevin, you go ahead and smoke all the weed you want, dude. Blaze one up for me, you know what I'm saying? And get you some edible, whatever you want to do, man. Quit, don't allow these people to try to dictate your life, my brother. You the baddest man on the planet with a basketball in his hands, and they know it. Whether you high or sober, you can beat any person who has something to say about it. So keep on doing what you do, man. And they need to really do something about these regulations on marijuana when it comes down to athletes, because marijuana is not a performance enhancer, none whatsoever. So I don't understand why it would be illegal. They don't make drinking illegal. These athletes can go and get as drunk as they want to and go out and take somebody's life in a vehicle. These athletes can go out and get as drunk as they want to and destroy their daggone insides, their liver, their kidneys, and all of that stuff. That's legal. But then marijuana is not. Why? Because it haven't been fully regulated like alcohol was. Why? As soon as they get it fully regulated, then they're gonna go ahead and distribute it amongst the rest of the country. But that's only because they're taking time to get these distribution, I mean not the distribution, but the regulation laws intact for each state, because each state has its own policies and procedures and it takes a while. So we understand this. We're not going to, well, people won't stop smoking just because somebody says, "Oh, that's bad. Kevin Durant's doing it and it's bad." So what? That's a grown man. That man done worked hard for his money. He done worked hard for everything that he got. And if he want to smoke him a blunt or two to sit back and unwind and calm down instead of taking all of these prescription medications that will kill you and eat out the lining of your stomach, I support you 100%, Kevin. They got you on enough dope trying to get your pain managed. So smoke you a joint, man. Smoke you a blunt. Smoke 3, smoke 5. But stay away from those medications from big pharmaceutical companies that will definitely kill you. Definitely. I ain't never seen nobody die from weed unless they wrecked their car because they fell asleep or something like that. But as far as health wise, I've never seen it. So let's stop this mess with demonizing something that you don't understand or something that you don't agree with. If you don't like it, then you stay away from it. Go drink your drink, but don't be a hypocrite and try to talk about somebody who has a vice like you that's out enjoying their vice too. This is your boy D Mac. That's all I wanted to put out there because I'm getting a little bit hyped up about this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and let it go here. Yo, sticks and stones can break your bones, but the word can always heal you. I'm out.